And we say good morning to you, broadcasting live in studio one more week, at least one more day of one more week about that. We're here today brought to you by Chick-fil-A of Elizabeth and got some big news coming up. Chick-fil-A's got some new sandwich coming out. Be coming out next week, next Monday, as a matter of fact. And a new drink for the springtime. We'll tell you all about that coming up here in a few minutes. We are loaded for bear today. As always, we got lots to talk about. We'll come at you with NASCAR. Christopher Bell did it again. We'll talk about that. And a history-making performance yesterday in Phoenix before they head off to Las Vegas. We'll talk about that. High school basketball, the state tournament pairings for the ladies have been announced. 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A. We'll go over those for you. Also, we have the boys sectional tonight all across the state of Tennessee. We'll tell you who's playing where, including our local teams. College basketball tournament time, it's here. It is ready to go. It's going to be a busy week, and we've got lots to talk about on that front. I tell you, they've got all the big boys are playing this week, including the SEC tournament. We're going to be joined by Bryce Van Huss coming up at the top of the hour. He'll join us live from the Food City Center in Knoxville to talk about the Tennessee Senior Day on Saturday. Big win over South Carolina. And get his take as he's part of the Tennessee basketball program. One of the managers on staff from Elizabethton. He's with Coach Rick Barnes and working every day beside him, side by side. And so we'll get his take on the SEC tournament. It's going to be a barn burner, to say the least, in Nashville. Also, Bill Robinson joins us at the bottom of the hour. Coach Robinson, the head coach of the Milligan men's team, heading off to the University of the Cumberlands on Saturday for an encounter with University of the Cumberlands in Williamsburg, Kentucky. We have all that, plus a whole lot more. Some NFL news. Myles Garrett cried enough. He got what he wanted. I would have never done that, but they did it. So he wanted to trade. Remember on Friday we told you he wanted to meet with Jimmy Haslam. Haslam said, no, I'm not going to meet with you. We're not interested in trading you. So what'd they do? They caved and turned around and gave a guy a record contract extension. No. But anyway, they did it, and they're not going to. They ain't going to care what I say sitting here in East Tennessee, but I would have never done that because all that does is the squeaky wheel gets the grease, and then everybody else go, well, I'm just going to do what he did, and I'll just threaten to quit and leave. Have you seen Angel Reese? The WNBA says, if you all don't pay us more, we're just going to quit. Well, you know where that door is and that door handle? See ya. Are you kidding me? If you don't pay us more, we're just not going to play. We're just going to quit. Really? So, So my father would say, and he would be right, who do you think you are? And he would be right. So anyway, we'll talk all about that. We got lots to cover in the next couple of hours, so stay with us. Let's kick it off as we do every time with the national anthem. And today, let's bring her in. Who have we not played for a while? We have not played, how about it, Martina McBride? Haven't played her for a while. Turn It Loose and Go, Martina McBride of the national anthem. And we'll jump in and take a look at high school basketball here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam? Broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets like a bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, and the home of the
I'm back on the Tom Douglas Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. As we are right here in studio again on this Monday, March the 10th. Yes, that's where we are. Glad you're out there where you are listening to the show. We appreciate that. And be sure and like it and share it at the end of the day. We would thank you for that as well. Or anytime you want to do it, like it and share. All right, the new sandwich is coming out. It's coming back by, it's been requested, popular demand, and it's back. It'll be the Smokehouse Barbecue Sandwich coming up on Monday at all Chick-fil-A's. You'll have 3 choices to get your sandwich, either original, spicy, or grilled. So they're bringing it back by popular demand. Folks said, bring it back, please, and they are for a limited time. The Smokehouse Barbecue Sandwich at all Chick-fil-A's next Monday. Crispy bacon, Colby Jack cheese, green leaf lettuce on a toasted bun. It's going to be really, really good. It'll be coming up next Monday. Also, the pineapple dragon fruit. That's the 4 spring drinks now for the warm weather, which is upon us. Pineapple dragon fruit. First off, there's 4 of them. You get the pineapple dragon fruit lemonade, iced tea, or Sunjoy, or, I'm getting this one next Monday. We'll be in the store next Monday for sure. Frosted lemonade. Lemonade ice cream dessert blended with natural pineapple and dragon fruit flavors. Whew, I'm liking it. That's the new drink coming out next Monday. The pineapple dragon fruit in 4 varieties or 4 opportunities to enjoy it. Lemonade, iced tea, Sunjoy, or frosted lemonade. And the Smokehouse Barbecue Sandwich, original, spicy, or grilled, coming out both of those next Monday at Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth, and our great sponsor there. And of course, we're at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City on Wednesday. So Chick-fil-A's bringing it back out. You wanted it, and they're bringing it back out. Smokehouse Barbecue Sandwich and the brand spanking new Pineapple Dragon Fruit. 4 different ways to enjoy it. Coming up again, as we said, coming up next Monday. All right, let's take a look at it. Here we go. The boys sectional tonight. Who plays where? The winners move on to the state tournament next week in Murfreesboro. In single A, North Green, one of our local teams involved. They will be hosting Oliver Springs. North Green at 29-4 for the Huskies. Their girls won. We'll talk about that in a moment. They're heading off to Murfreesboro this week for the girls' state tournament. Harriman at 23-6 will host Cosby. The defending state champ Chattanooga Prep will entertain Clay County tonight in single A. Pickett County will take on Van Buren. You have Santa Fe hosting McEwen. Wayne County hosting Richland. Humboldt hosting MASC out on the western part of the state. And you have Hillcrest hosting Middleton. That's in the single A boys sectional tonight across Tennessee. In the 2A, you have Alcoa, the defending state champ, hosting Kingston. You have Chattanooga Tyner home to Austin East. East Nashville travels to Jackson County. You have Lead Academy will host Liberty Creek. And you also have Loretto home to Harpeth tonight. Hickman County and Cannon County's 2 state tournament teams a year ago. Somebody's going home in that one. They'll be at Hickman County tonight. And you have Fairleigh taking on Peabody, and JCM will oppose Memphis Business in 2A tonight. In 3A basketball, the sectionals go like this. Greenville, the Green Devils home against Knox Carter tonight. Everything is at 7 o'clock, by the way. Unicoi County travels to Fulton, the defending state champ, at 7 o'clock. Blue Devils looking for the upset tonight on the road to Fulton. Upperman Upperman going to Heritage tonight. And Tulsa home of the Wildcats hosting Lenoir City in 3A. Hume Fogg will take on Lexington at their place. It is Nashville Martin Luther King traveling to Jackson Southside tonight in 3A boys. Fayette Ware home to Kirby. Fayette Ware was a state tournament team a year ago. And Munford out on the western part of the state will be hosting Dyersburg. And so that's your 3A. Then in 4A tonight, you have Science Hill close by in Johnson City at 7 o'clock hosting Maryville. Go Hilltoppers. They, for Coach Higgins, we'll like to see him get on back down to the big dance representing Northeast Tennessee. Oak Ridge will host Sevier County tonight. Bradley Central, the Bears, home to Siegel. Laverne, the state tournament team a year ago, will host Walker Valley. The defending state champs back in it. Independence is 32 minutes away from going back. They host Beach tonight. Hillsboro home to Centennial. You have Memphis East playing Kirkwood and Whitehaven playing Dixon County in 4A basketball. That's the sectionals for tonight. Winners move on. Losers are eliminated from the season. Now, let's take the girls' state tournament. The pairings have been announced over the weekend. Of course, on Saturday, the ladies played the sectional. Unfortunately, all three of our teams got beat. Crockett was eliminated by Cocke County. Tennessee I lost to Northview Academy, and Unaka was knocked out by, who got them? It was Coalfield? Yeah, Coalfield got them. So that's those games. So here is the state tournament for the ladies. You have all these games will be on Wednesday. Van Buren 26-6 will take on Memphis Middle College at 25-8. Moore County at 24-3 will play Coalfield at 30-5. Copper Basin at 18-8 will oppose Richlands at 27-4. And in single leg girls state tournament play, you have our lone representative of Northeast Tennessee, Go Lady Huskies, North Green at 31-4, opposing Greenfield, who's 27-6. So good luck there to the ladies of North Green, the Lady Huskies. In 2A basketball, the state tournament set. No local teams are in. McMinn Central 37-1 against Loretto, 24-8. These are all on Wednesday too. Westview at 30-1 will play East Nashville at 25-1. Gatlinburg Pittman at 25-11, playing Summertown, who's 25-5, and Memphis Business at 26-7, opposing York Institute at 28-5 in the 2A girls state tournament. In 3A, Cocke County, the Big Red goes back. They knocked off Crockett in Jonesboro. Cocke County 29-7 will play South Gibson. These are on Thursday. And South Gibson will be going in with a record of 27-8. Portland at 24-11 will take on Heritage. It's 32-2. Dyersburg 27-4 will oppose White County 31-3. And then Jackson Southside at 28-2 will play Northview Academy, who's 31-4. A lot of wins in that particular class, Class 3A, and all those get going early on Thursday morning at the Murphy Center at Middle Tennessee State. Then the 4A goes like this. Oak Ridge, the Lady Wildcats are back in the state tournament. They're 30-3. They'll play Bartlett, who's 23-11. Cookeville, 24-7, takes on Lincoln County, who's 25-8. Bearden, 32-5, will oppose Whitehaven, 19-8. And in 4A state tournament play, Bradley Central, the Lady Bears, at 32-1, will take on Coffee County, who's undefeated at 35-0. That could be the state tournament right there. Wow. Check that out. You've got, 67 wins. The combined record of Coffee County and Bradley Central in that last 4A game on Thursday. 67-1. Wow. That's going to be a heck of a game right there. Coffee County 35-0 and Bradley Central 32-1 in that final 4A tournament, state tournament game on Thursday in Murfreesboro. Tom Taylor Sports Show in studio again today, brought to you by Chick-fil-A of Elizabeth. And again, the new sandwich coming out next Monday, Smokehouse Barbecue Sandwich. You can get it original, spicy, or grilled. You get three options. What is it, you say, if you've never had it, because you've had it before? And again, folks clamored for it to come back, and Chick-fil-A is bringing it back for a limited time. Crispy bacon, Colby Jack cheese, green leaf lettuce on a toasted bun. How about that? And three ways to get it starting next Monday. Original, spicy, and grilled to the Smokehouse Barbecue Sandwich, and the pineapple dragon fruit. Whew, I'm talking it up already. I'm loving me some frosted lemonade. It's lemonade ice cream dessert blended with natural pineapple and dragon fruit flavors. Or you can get a dragon fruit lemonade, a pineapple dragon fruit iced tea, or a pineapple dragon fruit Sunjoy, all available next Monday at all Chick-fil-A's, including the one sponsoring today's show, Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton with Tommy and Mary Tipton. So that's what's going on there. Tom Taylor Sports Show coming up bottom of the hour. Going to be joined by Bill Robinson, Milligan men's head basketball coach. Get a preview of his opponent, the University of the Cumberlands. They'll take on Friday at 1 o'clock in Williamsburg, Kentucky. So we'll see what goes there and see what he's got to say about that. And also talk about the heck of a weekend 2 weekends ago now. It was the weekend before last. They went into the Meadowview Convention Center in Kingsport and won the tournament. So did the Lady Buffaloes, who are heading off to play Oregon Tech. They'll play them on Saturday in Indianapolis. Going to try and get Coach Greer on one day this week before they head out. And so we'll talk to both of those at some point, but for sure today, Bill Robinson, the head coach of the Milligan men's team. Also, Bryce Van Huss later on in the show, top of the hour, from Knoxville at the Food City Center, talking to Bryce about the Tennessee men's team getting ready to open up the Southeastern Conference tournament. And it's going to be, they're going into the number 4 seed. It's going to be a wild tournament there. ACC, Big 10, Big 12, they're all cranking up. We're going to take a look at all those coming up right after this break. We'll be right back after this from our buddy Molly Tipton from Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton as you watch show number 2246 on this Monday, March the 10th. Nice outside. It's going to be in the 70s all week. A little cool today. It's a slow start get warming up, but once it does warm up, it's going to be nice. And tell you what, you can't beat it. 41 degrees, actually 44 degrees right now. It's going to be in the low 60s today and 70s for the rest of the week. Spring has sprung for now anyway in the hills of East Tennessee. Molly Hurley with Chick-fil-A here in Elizabethton on the Tom Daly Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. The seasonal key lime and the grilled spicy deluxe. That's our current specials. Tell us about them, would you please?
Yes, so we have our frosted key lime lemonade. You can also get it as just regular lemonade in sweet tea or as a Sunjoy. It's a real exciting flavor. We had it a while ago and it was a fan favorite, so I'm glad they brought that back. And then we also have brought back our grilled spicy deluxe, which is a spicy grilled filet with lettuce and tomato, and it automatically comes with Colby Jack cheese, but you can switch it out for pepper jack or American if you want.
Trays. Anytime's going to be a good time for a tray from Chick-fil-A. You got football playoff games. You got the college basketball season. You've got the Super Bowl coming up. You've got birthday parties. You've got looking down the line field days coming up in schools. Name the reason. Tell us about trays at Chick-fil-A.
Yes, so you can do tray for any event. We have breakfast trays as well for mornings until 10:30, and then you can do nuggets, strips. We've got mac and cheese, fruit, salads. Grilled wrap trays, really a little bit of something for everybody. So you can just give us a call or go online, and we'd be happy to take care of you.
Yep, the phone number is 297-1266. Family meals. Tell me about that from Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, so this is a new offering Chick-fil-A has started. It's on the Chick-fil-A app. You can get a 30-count nugget, 30-count grilled nugget, or a 10-count strip, and then you can choose between fries, mac and cheese, and fruit, and it also comes with 4 desserts. So it's a great option if you're wanting to bulk order for your family if you don't have time to cook dinner one night. It's a great way to be able to do that and get a little bit of something for everybody.
Do it on the app. So tell us again what's available out there.
A 30-count nugget. You choose between a 30-count nugget, grilled 30-count nugget, or a 10-count strip, and then you can choose between your sides of fries, mac and cheese, and fruit, and then you get 4 desserts as well.
Dessert options are?
You can get 4 cookies, 4 brownies, or 2 and 2 of each, and then it's not included in the meal, but you can also add gallons of sweet tea or lemonade for everybody, and it comes with an 8-ounce bottle of sauce as well.
This is on your app.
Yes.
It's awesome. On your app, which is Chick-fil-A One, right?
Yes.
That's what
Yep,
you get.
Chick-fil-A app. You can earn points. We've got free stuff on there quite a bit, so check your app for some new rewards every week.
Yep. Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth, one of our great sponsors, the Tom Daly Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. We love them. Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton.
I walked into Chick-fil-A completely outnumbered. My husband was away at military leadership training, and the kids were doing this. Miss Carol brought me water, something to eat, and then before I knew it, she was tying Margot's shoes up and carrying her out to the car.
It always makes me feel good if that helps somebody.
I went in the next day because I just wanted to make sure she knew how much I appreciated her help.
I'm just so glad there was somebody there when she really needed it.
That's gonna go on my refrigerator.
And back with the Tom Daly Sports Show. Bill Robinson joins us coming up in a few minutes. Head basketball coach at Milligan University. We're live here in studio. Brought to you by Chick-fil-A of Elizabethton. And yeah, at some point we're going to get back out on the trail. But we're trying to work our way through this and see if it's going to fix itself. So far it hasn't. So anyway, we'll more about that later, I suppose. But we will be back out on the trail at some point in the very near future. Today's show brought to you by Chick-fil-A of Elizabeth. Again, the smokehouse barbecue sandwich and the pineapple dragon fruit were the four ways to get that. Both of those start next Monday on the 17th at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. So we're excited about all that. The Drake Bulldogs heading in. Let's take a look at college basketball real quick before we take a break and call Coach Robinson. Drake is dancing his way into March Madness for the third straight year. They beat Bradley by 15 yesterday in the Missouri Valley Conference Tournament. Got the automatic bid. Let's see, Omaha won't be playing for the Summit League tournament title until tomorrow night, or till last night, I should say, but they will be playing. They've assured themselves a spot in the NCAA tournament. Why, you ask? Due to the NCAA rules, the Tommies won't be eligible for the NCAA tournament, St. Thomas we're speaking of, until next season. So Omaha gets its first ever Big Dance appearance regardless of what happens in the tournament title game. Lipscomb wins the ASUN tournament. Let's see. Who else goes? Lipscomb goes in. High Point goes in. They finished the tournament up here in Johnson through the Big South tournament, which, from everything I can tell, was a booming success. And so thanks again to Johnson City Convention and Visitors Bureau putting on a great tournament. They will be back next year. So those are some of the teams in the Atlantic Sun, Lipscomb, Big South High Point, Missouri Valley Drake, and the Summit League will be Omaha going in. So those guys already guaranteed a ticket to the big dance. We'll find out who goes where coming up on the bracket show, I guess it is coming Sunday. All right, let's take a look at what we're going to start with first. Let's start with the ACC. Tomorrow, opening round being played in Charlotte. Notre Dame, the 12th seed, takes on the 13th seed Pitt in Game 1. Game 2, the 10th seed, the Hokies of Virginia Tech, and the Golden Bears of California, the 15th seed. Then the nightcap on opening night of the ACC tomorrow night will be the Seminoles of Florida State at number 11, and Syracuse at number 14 will go at it. So Notre Dame, Pitt, Virginia Tech, California, Florida State, Syracuse, and the playing games there tomorrow for the ACC tournament in Charlotte. In the Big 12, where are they going to play and who be they playing? Well, here we go. It goes like this in the Big 12. You have on Tuesday, 12th seeded Oklahoma State against number 13 seeded Cincinnati. 9th seeded TCU, the Horned Frogs will take on 16th ranked Colorado. Also, that's the early games. Late games tomorrow. 10th seeded Kansas State, the Wildcats will take on 15th seeded Arizona State in the Big 12. And you have 11th seeded Utah taking on 14th seeded University of Central Florida tomorrow in the opening round of the Big 12 tournament. And I'm trying to think where they're playing that. Is that in Vegas? I'll have to double check on that. Big Ten's being played in Indianapolis. I know where it's going to be. And their first games will be coming up on March the 12th, which will be on Wednesday. Northwestern Minnesota, Iowa, Ohio State, and Southern Cal Rutgers will play that opening day on the 12th, on that Wednesday, at the Big Ten tournament happening in Indianapolis. Then the Southeastern Conference tournament cranks up on Wednesday. First game will be 16th-seeded South Carolina and 9th-seeded Arkansas. Can John Calipari's Razorbacks rear up at the tournament and make some noise? We'll see. They take on South Carolina, who Tennessee, as you know, beat on Saturday. 13th-seeded Texas will take on 12th-seeded Vanderbilt in Game 2 on Wednesday at the Bridgestone Arena in Nashville. Game 3, 15th-ranked LSU and 10th-seeded Mississippi State. And then the nightcap, 14th-ranked Oklahoma, I keep saying ranked, 14th-seeded Oklahoma and 11th-seeded Georgia will play. So day 1, South Carolina, Arkansas in Game 1. Game 2, Texas and Vanderbilt. Game 3, LSU, Mississippi State. Game 4, Oklahoma and Georgia. Winners move on. Losers, of course, are gone. Tennessee will play. The Texas-Vanderbilt winner will play Texas A&M on Thursday. Tennessee will play early Friday afternoon against either Texas A&M, Texas, or Vanderbilt. Yet to be determined, of course. And so Tennessee preparing for all three of those teams getting ready. On the other side of the bracket for Tennessee would be the number 1 seeded Auburn Tigers. Then down on the bottom half of the bracketing will be number 2 Florida and number 3 Alabama. So it's going to be a fantastic tournament. Upsets along the way. Can Arkansas, as we said, rise up and do what they would like to do and knock off somebody, starting with South Carolina? But they are the 9th seed. South Carolina is the 16th seed. 12th and Vanderbilt. 13th is Texas. They play each other. Number 10, Mississippi State. Number 15, LSU. And then you have 11th seeded Georgia and 14th seeded Oklahoma. So that's your opening day on Wednesday at the Bridgestone Arena in Nashville. Going to be some great basketball there for sure coming up starting on Wednesday in Music City. Tom Taylor Sports Show, thanks for being with us. We are live in studio again today. We will be back out on the trail soon, I promise. We want to get back out, although we like doing it here. It's very convenient to sit right here and do the show from the cozy confines of my in-home studio. I like it. We're in the process of renovating the entire show. We got the equipment we finally got in. Friday came in, so we were going to transition and kick this thing up a couple of notches, both technically, more bells and whistles that you'll see on the screen, and we'll be doing some more things here behind the scenes at the studio here at home, and also when we go back out on the road. So we are in the process of kicking things up, transitioning. First time we've really done a major upgrade on the show since we started 10 years ago. So probably 10 years later, it's time to, as we say, bump it up a little bit, and we are. So there you go. All right, quick break. We'll come right back and be joined by Bill Robinson, men's head basketball coach at Milligan University. They're getting ready to hit the trail to go to Williamsburg, Kentucky for a 1 o'clock encounter on Friday against the University of the Cumberlands, the opening round of the NAIA tournament for the men. The Milligan ladies will travel to Indianapolis, and they too play Friday against the Hustling Owls of Oregon Tech. So we'll talk to Coach Robinson coming up next year after this break from the good folks from the Jewelers Bench. We'll be there, scheduled to be there on Thursday of this week. We'll be right back with Coach Robinson next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Jewelers Bench has been providing our customers the highest quality jewelry at incredible prices for over 20 years. With our own jeweler in-house, we offer custom-made pieces as well as general maintenance and repair services and unique jewelry for all occasions. Whether you're shopping for yourself or someone special, we can help make your holidays bright. Stop in to see our vast selection and make this Christmas even more special. Highest quality for the best price, only at the Jewelers Bench.
We're talking to Joseph Taylor, one of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. And what's going on at Ivy Hall Nursing Home?
Ivy Hall, we would love to have short-term rehab patients. If you go in for knee surgery, shoulder surgery, stuff like that, you need a little bit of rehab, please consider Ivy Hall. We have private rooms for our short-term rehab patients. We offer physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, full-time respiratory therapy. We'd love to take care of you.
Looking for help? Looking for folks to work there?
Absolutely, 100%. If you want to come in, if you're a CNA, LPN, RN, you want to work in dietary, laundry, housekeeping, we would love to have you. You can go to ivyhallnursinghome.com and fill out an application. Somebody will certainly call you back if you put in an application.
Yep. So all these different folks you take care of, these different...
Hello.
Hey, let's go back on the phone here. Let's go to the phone, I should say. There he is, our head basketball coach, the Milligan men's basketball team, Coach Bill Robinson. Good morning, sir. How you doing?
Great, Tom. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. First off, congratulations. What a weekend, 2 weekends ago at Meadowview. Let's go back and kind of recap that kind of quickly and refresh people's memories of a history-making weekend for Milligan, not only for the guys but for the ladies. But let's focus on the Milligan men's team. How did it come down? How did we end up winning the tournament, which was an exciting time?
Yeah, our defense was just fantastic. We played really well all year, and I think we gave up 60, 58, and 64 points in 3 games. And then today's game, with the way the rules are, and just the emphasis on offense, just really proud of my guys for how we played.
So you went into the championship game. Who did you play, and how did it come out? Well, I know we won, but it was a barn burner, was it not?
Yeah, it sure was. We played Johnson in the finals, played Tennessee Wesleyan quarterfinals, then Montreat semifinals, and then Johnson in the final game. And we were actually down 5 at halftime and down 5 with about 2.5 minutes left. And Luke Lentz hit a big 3 to cut it to 2, and then got a stop, a couple free throws, and we're able to get a stop late. We're down 3 with under 30 seconds left, and Johnson turned it over without even getting a shot. So just a great effort by our guys. And of course, Mac Rivers has played great all year, but he was fantastic in the tournament. Was named tournament most valuable player.
Some other guys have got some individual awards this year too. I think Tama got an award too, did he not?
He did. His goal from the day he stepped on campus, he wanted to be the defensive player of the year in our league, and he was able to achieve that goal. He's just a difference maker when it comes to how we defend. We had basically tailored our defense around him, and you get a 7-footer in our league who can guard anybody. It's a weapon at the defensive end that I just never had. 31 years as a head coach, never had a defender quite like Tamba.
I've said a couple of times on the broadcast, in a sea of boats, he's an aircraft carrier. He's just big, he's strong, he's talented, and you're not going to get much by him. He keeps getting better every game, doesn't he?
He really does. What we didn't realize is how well he moves his feet and the ability to guard literally anybody. The smallest of the guards, he can use his length and his quickness to be able to stay in front of, but yet he blocks shots, alters probably more shots than he blocks because people are just he's a very intimidating presence in there. When he spreads out his arms and moves his feet, he's just very, very hard to deal with.
Unfortunately, I was on injured reserve that week, couldn't get there, but I watched it, and, man, it looked like an electric crowd. The Milligan fan base was there big time on the tournament, weren't they?
It was the best crowd I've seen at Meadowview ever. I mean, it was fantastic. Of course, Johnson not being too far down the road either, I think that enhanced it. But we had such a great group of students that I was most impressed with. I mean, obviously, we've got great families, and they travel, and it's not unusual to see a good group of parents, but we had a phenomenal group of, especially the soccer players, sat there on the end of the corner, right next to Johnson's bench, and just were loud and obnoxious in a good way, and just had a really great crowd. And I think it helped our guys. It was really nice to be able to hear the defensive chants and to have people react every time we scored. I think it goes a long way to making things in a very, very positive way.
Absolutely. So by virtue of winning that tournament, now we move on, and this Friday we head to Williamsburg, Kentucky. Give us a scouting report and a preview, what's going to be happening this coming Friday and Saturday in Kentucky.
Yeah, we take on the University of Cumberland at their place. They're host. There are 16 host schools around the country, so the winners of those, they're basically little 14 tournaments, and the winner of those 16 tournaments around the country will meet in Kansas City the following week. But Cumberland is very, very talented. They're a powerhouse. They go to the national tournament seemingly every year. They went to the Sweet 16 last year. They're very athletic. They shoot the ball really well. They've got size. They've got quickness, and it's a tough test for us. But when you win 11 out of 12 the way our guys have right now, you just feel like you should win when you go out there. So our guys are not cocky at all, but they feel like, hey, if we do what we do, play defense, rebound, and run, then we feel like we have a good chance of beating anybody at the NEI level.
So we're kind of the underdog going into this tournament, which I guess, is that okay with you? Because they're supposed to be there. They've been going there. Here comes little old Milligan that's rolling in there, and so we're the underdog. Is that okay?
I think it's great.
Yeah.
And I know our guys will feel pressure because it's a national tournament, but at the same time, nobody's expecting anything from us. So let's just go play. Relax. Enjoy it. Go play basketball, the game that we all love to play, and just go make something special happen. I think that's the message that we'll have. We'll throw a couple wrinkles in here and there, some new things offensively, but defensively we just continue to do what we're doing and have lots of options and try to make things as ugly as possible at their offensive end and just defend the way we've been able to. And I think we got a real shot.
So, what I'm going to ask you, I do this every time we get together. We grade our ball club, and so having come out of the tournament, winning the tournament, where are you right now in Bill Robinson's mind? A, B, C, or D for Milligan's men?
Yeah, I think we finally made it to the A. I would say we're a full-fledged A right now. We've gotten to where we thought we could get. We're 22-9. Won 16 of our last 19. Really played well second semester, and the guys have achieved everything that I was dreaming that we could do. I still think that we have more in front of us. I really believe that we can play with anybody. But it's been a great year. It's a great group of guys. We really enjoy being around them. Coming to the house for dinner tonight, I just enjoy being around them. So we just want it to last as long as possible and enjoy these special moments together.
1 o'clock on Friday's tip-off from Williamsburg, Kentucky. Is that correct?
That's correct, yep.
Yep. Go Bus. We're going to see if we can get there. That's kind of the goal. We'll find out. I'll let you know. But I would like to be down there to broadcast that game if we can. That'd be really cool to follow the bus to. The ladies are going to Indianapolis to battle the Hustling Owls of Oregon Tech. and the men are going to Winsburg, Kentucky to battle the University of the Cumberlands. Both play at 1 o'clock. You win Friday, you play Saturday. If you win there, the ladies go to Sioux City, Iowa, and you guys will go to Kansas City, correct?
That's correct. Yep.
Yeah, that's the name of the game. You know what the Raiders say, just win, baby, and that's the goal for the Milligan men's team and the ladies team. Coach, thanks for checking in with us. You're awesome. Appreciate you. We'll talk soon, all right?
Thank you, Tom. Appreciate the opportunity.
You got it. Go Buffs.
Buffs.
You got it. Good job right there. Again, Coach Robinson, appreciate him very much being with us here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. So that's, man, you talking about being disappointed. That was one thing I wanted to be there so bad to call those games weekend before last I met of you. And just, as I said, on injury reserve, just couldn't get there. But we're working through that. We're going, as Arnold says, we'll be back. We're going to take a break. We will be back. Top of the hour, I'm going to be joined by Bryce Van Huss live from Knoxville, the Food City Center. Tennessee men's basketball heading off to the big SEC tournament, playing on Wednesday against either Texas, Vanderbilt, or Texas A&M, to be determined, of course. He joins us coming up. We'll take a break. We'll take a look at some NASCAR and some Major League Baseball. Man, if you're a Mets fan, good night. A Mets fan or a Yankees fan. Both of those are banged-up baseball teams. We'll tell you why next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show after this from one of our great sponsors, the one that's bringing it to you today, the good folks from Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton, where they're bringing you again the brand new, or bringing back the brand new, not brand new, but it is brand new because it's coming back by popular demand, is the Smokehouse Barbecue Sandwich, I think is what we call it. Let's see, I want to make sure I get it right here. We don't want to get that wrong because we want to get it right. So that is how it rolls. And, I'll give it to you right after this break from Chick-fil-A on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Hey, my name is Dante, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A nuggets is the authentic taste of it. You can tell it's freshly breaded, seasoned perfectly, and it just has this unique taste that compares to no other. Once I bite into it,
My name is Meredith, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is the oven-toasted, cheesy top layer. If home had a flavor, it would be Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese. I'm passionate about it.
Sponsors of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Real simple. A lot of furniture stores out there. Why come shop at Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings?
One of the biggest reasons people really rave about is 95% of every piece of furniture you see in our store, you can have it tomorrow. Don't wait 6 weeks. You can have it tomorrow. We're a firm believer in having stuff in stock. We have a 31,000 square foot warehouse, which is a huge warehouse. It's actually one of the largest warehouses of any furniture store in the Tri-Cities. And it's full of furniture. And we keep it that way because we want you to be able to come in, select it today, enjoy it tomorrow. If not the same day. Sunday, sometimes we deliver the same day. So
it's just that simple, folks. So phone number to get a hold of you is
423-543-6937.
How do we find you on social media?
Just look under Facebook, look under Cannon Furniture. It will pop up everywhere. Also on Facebook, we're running specials all during the week. You'll see maybe some of them may be limited quantities, it's short period, but they're crazy prices. Like that chest you were talking about, $147 for a chest it's a crazy price, and it'll probably be gone within a few hours. But we're always running specials like that. Our website is cannonshomestore.com. We are improving it every day. We're going to make some major changes to our website. We're excited about that.
It's all right here, folks, in downtown Elizabeth. And be loyal, buy local, buy Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings. Great sponsor, proud sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Elizabeth and Cyclone Sports. Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show live again in studio, brought to you by Chick-fil-A of Elizabeth, and it was right. The Smokehouse Barbecue Sandwich coming next Monday, a week from today. Original, spicy, and grilled with crispy bacon, Colby Jack cheese, green leaf lettuce on a toasted bun. It's coming back. You wanted it back, and they're bringing it back for a limited time. Also, the brand new pineapple dragon fruit, 4 ways to get it. Pineapple dragon fruit just in time for spring and warm weather. You'll be able to get the frosted lemonade, which is lemonade ice cream dessert blended with natural pineapple and dragon fruit flavors, which sounds really good. You'll get pineapple dragon fruit lemonade or an option of iced tea or an option of Sunjoy next Monday, the 17th, St. Patrick's Day, as a matter of fact. And so that's when that's going to be coming about. By the way, last night at Valley Forge Freeville Baptist Church, Carter Compassion, this is unbelievable. Couldn't make it to that one last night either. We had to unfortunately back out. But we have good news from Jamie Schaff. Jamie, of course, one of the folks that sang on the praise gathering last night on the fundraiser for Carter Compassion, and Pastor Brandon Young, tickled to death. One night, what was it, 90 minutes, maybe 2 hours tops? Are you ready for this? You're talking about a giving community. Now, we've sent cheerleaders to Disney World. We've sent band of here. We've sent this group here and this group and organization over here going here. Always rolling up the sleeves and giving. Carter Compassion, last night, about 90 minutes, 2 hours, raised $11,895. How about that? Awesome, awesome night of singing, praise, and worship at Valley Forge Freeville Baptist Church. And they raised, which was the whole goal, a fundraiser, $11,895. Stays right in Carter County, help those in need. That's awesome. So again, on behalf of Jamie and those folks, obviously, thank you. If you were there, you know how good it was. If you weren't there, shame on you. There'll be another one coming up. I think she said in the not too distant future, we're going to do another one for the Isaiah 117 house. But anyway, Carter Compassion last night, $11,895 raised. That's incredible. That is incredible. That is awesome. Tom Taylor Sports Show. We're about 15 minutes away from Bryce Van Huss. We'll get you some NFL and Major League Baseball news coming up. Let's give you the verse of the day. We always dedicate our broadcast to the man who hung on the cross. Today, certainly no different. It's one that a lot of folks have heard. Matthew 6:33 would be the verse of the day, and it goes like this. Matthew 6:33 says, but seek, which means aim at or strive after, but seek first of all his kingdom and his righteousness, which means his way, the Lord's way of doing, his way of doing and being right is righteousness. And then all these things shall be added unto you. But seek, aim at, and strive after, first of all, his kingdom and his righteousness, which means his way of doing it and being right, because he's the Lord. And then all these things shall be added unto you. Verse of the day, Matthew 6:33, here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. If you're a Mets fan, if you're a Yankees fan, not good right now. Let's start with the Mets. New York Met catcher Francisco Alvarez missing the next 6 to 8 weeks after suffering a broken bone in his left hand. Wow, undergoing surgery today. Alvarez suffered the injury on a swing during live at-bats. Wow. So they're going to be looking for a catcher for the Mets. They've got 2 or 3 in camp they're going to be taking a look at. Sean Manaea and Frankie Montas are also out. Nick Madrigal is expected to miss the entire season after suffering a fractured shoulder. So the Mets are a banged-up baseball team right now. So the New York Yankees. Giancarlo Stanton says, my elbow injury is so severe if they operate on it, I'm done for the year. This is in spring training. He'll be gone for a whole year if he has surgery. Garrett Cole had a little tweak, and now he's being checked out. He didn't like how his arm felt after he pitched the other day. He's the ace of the staff. Underwent an MRI on his pitching elbow after allowing 6 runs in his most recent start. Wow. Cole told reporters he is, quote, concerned about his elbow. Expected to consult with a surgeon soon. So Brian Cashman, the Yankees general manager, is prepared for the worst. He has dealt with elbow issues last spring, which is a nerve issue. Went on to make 17 starts, so was pretty good, but not the Garrett Cole that they were expecting for the New York Yankees a year ago. And so now he is kind of checking things out here about his throwing arm. So the Yankees lose Juan Soto. They did get a frontline starter, Max Fried, from the Braves. The injury's already eating away what could be a big and a good rotation for the New York Yankees. So Garrett Cole is being checked out for some problems. How's Evan Carter doing in spring training, by the way? Evan Carter in 7 games is 3 for 18, a couple of doubles, a walk, and 6 strikeouts. And so Evan gets more and more chances, we hope, closer to get to the start of the season. But right now he is 18 at-bats in 7 games. 3 base hits, 2 of those doubles. He's walked once and struck out 6 times. So that's the numbers on Evan Carter right now, young man from Elizabethton, who, again, is on the roster, and we hope will be in the starting lineup as he was a year ago before he got hurt with the Texas Rangers. All right, the NFL. Josh Allen, a lot of movement over the weekend. Devontae Adams left the Raiders and went to the Jets. He was a bust there. He'll probably be a bust in the Rams. I shouldn't say that, but it's, he's just, I just think he's a problem everywhere he goes, but he's an outstanding talent, no question, but seems to be a lot of baggage when he's around, and so how about this? He brings a lot of baggage with him. Probably a better way to say it. Anyway, he has been traded to the Rams over the weekend. The Raiders, my boys, you see them banner up behind me here, went and got Geno Smith from the Seattle Seahawks. Okay, that's not bad. Still got a draft pick. They'll get another quarterback, too, if they have one left by the time they get down to the Raiders' pick. I think they're at number 6 in the draft. So Geno Smith goes to the Raiders. Devontae Adams goes to the Rams. Josh Allen's not going anywhere. Allen signed a contract extension. Bills agreed to a 6-year extension, keeping the superstar in Buffalo through the 2030 season. Josh Allen receiving a $330 million contract, including a record. Now listen to this. If the guy goes out today and rolls his ankle, falls off a step, breaks his ankle, can't play this year. Don't want that to happen, but I'm just telling you. He gets $250 million guaranteed. Makes Allen the league's highest paid player. Is that not crazy? $250 million guaranteed whether he plays or not. I've always, anytime I read these contracts, I think, who in the name of the good Lord would be dumb enough to do that? But they do it all the time. $330 million contract, $250 of that is guaranteed. Whether he plays or not, he's going to get the money. That just makes no sense to me. It never has and never will. Makes him the league's highest paid player. So what's that going to do? It's going to ramp everybody else up. Sure. They're going to come back to the respective team of whoever would be doing it, and there will be people doing it going, he's getting that over there. What am I going to get? I'm just as good as he is. Well, I need some money. Need a little increase, a little uptick, if you will. Crazy stuff, folks. Crazy. Allen still had 4 years and about $140 million left on his current contract. Josh Allen won his first league MVP after leading the Bills to a 13-4 regular season record. 5th straight AFC East title, which, look at the division. It's a dog division. So that's not all that impressive. 13-4 is. MVP of the league is. Wins over the Broncos and Ravens before they fell to the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game. That is impressive. Winning the AFC East title with, who's in there? The Jets and the Dolphins and the Patriots and the Bills. I think I got them all. Not exactly a barn-burning division. Anyway, 3-time Pro Bowler. Allen, the only quarterback in NFL history with multiple seasons with at least 25 touchdown passes and 12 touchdown runs. Last year, he broke the Hall of Fame running back Thurman Thomas's franchise record for career touchdown runs. His 195 career touchdown passes, second only behind Hall of Fame quarterback Jim Kelly. So, already in the conversation among the greatest players in Bills history. He's only played 7 years. But he can certainly really etch his name in there if they can win a Super Bowl for him. Anyway, Josh Allen signs a contract. $330 million contract, including a record $250 million guaranteed. The deal makes Allen the league's highest player for now. You can put it for now because it won't stay that way. There'll be somebody else step up and go, no. I'm worth more than Josh Allen. So we'll see. Now, the other guy I want to tell you about before we go to the break here, we got Bryce Van Huss coming up here in a few minutes. The Browns, remember what I told you over the weekend, or on Friday rather? The Browns, he wanted to meet with Jimmy Haslam, the owner, because I want to trade. I don't want to play here. Haslam said, I'm not going to meet with you. You got to meet with the general manager. And he did. So what did they do? They caved. They gave a guy a contract extension. Tommy's a great player. It's not how you go about doing it in my book, but he did it and got by with it and succeeded. The deal comes just after 4 days after the Raiders made their star edge rusher Max Crosby the league's highest paid non-quarterback. 3-year, $106 million extension. It averages $35 million a year for Max Crosby, which is nuts. Only takes one play, he's out. You're one play away anytime, anywhere, any sport, quite frankly, of being out. Myles Garrett gets after wanting a trade, they said, we won't trade you, we're going to keep you and pay you more. Crazy. Averaging $40 million a year. Now, what does that do? Makes him the league's highest paid non-quarterback. Myles Garrett. 29-year-old's 102 career sacks, third most before the age of 30 in NFL history. Trailing only 2 Hall of Famers, the late Reggie White and Jared Allen. First person ever with 14 or more sacks in 4 straight seasons, a streak that is currently active. Garrett fully deserves the new deal after leading the NFL in tackles for loss, 24, while co-leading the league in quarterback pressure with 83. Outstanding talent? Absolutely. Numbers tell you that. How he went about doing it? No. I went out, and he played him, and he got what he wanted. So he probably had I can't speak for the old boy, but I'm thinking he probably didn't really want to go anywhere. He just wanted to, tweak him a little bit, jerk their chain, and get what he wanted, and he did. Averaging $40 million a year now. The league's highest paid non-quarterback. How about that? Myles Garrett. Squeaky wheel gets the grease is what that should be under because he got it. So, wow. Anyway, that's what you've got. And so money flying around in the National Football League. I don't see how they can afford it. $250 million guaranteed for Josh Allen. If he falls down, anything he does, breaks a foot, breaks a toe, breaks an arm, I don't want him to do anything, but I'm just saying he gets paid regardless. I just don't understand that. Most people going to a job today working a 9 to 5 in this country, if you don't show up, you don't get paid. There ain't no guaranteed money, is there? Very few jobs I know of around here that you are guaranteed a paycheck whether you work or not. So, anyway, such it is the life of the National Football League. Now, it's a violent sport. You're one hit away from being knocked out, and we know that. That's why these guys, I guess, are fetching the kind of money they're fetching and getting it. Because it's a play-by-play. Well, next play, you could be out for the year, could be a career-ending hit. We know that. We've seen it happen all the time. So I see that to a point, but that's a lot of money to guarantee somebody who can go down at any time and be done. And he's still going to want his checks. $250 million guaranteed. Wow. Smokehouse Barbecue Sandwich coming next Monday to Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth and all Chick-fil-A's. 3 ways you can get it. They're bringing it back because you wanted it. Original, spicy, or grilled Smokehouse Barbecue Sandwich coming back starting next Monday. Crispy bacon, Colby Jack cheese, green leaf lettuce, of course, barbecue sauce all on a toasted bun. Next Monday, they roll it back out. The Smokehouse Barbecue Sandwich at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. Also, the springtime drink, replacing the getting ready right before the peach milkshake will be this one. So, key lime was what was before, and it's phased out, and so they're phasing it out this week. Pineapple dragon fruit will be the new drink coming out a week from today on Monday. Frosted lemonade, ice cream dessert, blended with natural pineapple and dragon fruit flavors. That'll be the new drink coming out again on Monday of next week. Or the dragon fruit lemonade, dragon fruit iced tea, or the dragon fruit Sunjoy, pineapple dragon fruit, I should say. Frosted lemonade, iced tea, or Sunjoy. 4 different ways you can get it starting next Monday at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. Pineapple dragon fruit. I'm ready to try it. The frosted lemonade. I'm liking me some frosted lemonade. Lemonade ice cream dessert blended with natural pineapple and dragon fruit flavors. I like it. Sounds good. I'm in. Count me in. I'd like to have one. I will get one next Monday. We'll be there next Monday. And again, the Smokehouse Barbecue Sandwich back next Monday as well. Coming in 3 different ways. Original, spicy, or grilled. All that next Monday at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. Quick break. Heat pump. How's it doing? Getting ready. We're getting ready to transition from cold weather to warm weather and ultimately hot weather. Is your heat pump ready to go in tip-top shape? Michael Vance and folks can help you with it right here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Bryce Van Huss, Tennessee men's basketball, coming up after this break on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
After a long, hard day at work, all you want to do is relax at home, right? But how can you possibly relax when your home's not comfortable? If you want to feel more comfortable at home, give Advanced Heat Pump Systems a call today. With over 30 years of experience and the most innovative solutions, you can rest assured that Advanced Heat Pump Systems will make your home more comfortable. Give them a call today, 926-2665, or visit them online at advancedheatpump.com.
Brummett Sports Shop in downtown Elizabeth with your favorite school's T-shirts, polos, or hoodies. They can put your school, church, or company's logo on lots of different styles of hats, including Nike and Richardson and now Travis Matthew. Windbreakers, sublimated shirts, pullovers, koozies. They can order for any area school and your favorite team. Dry fit sleeveless hoodies, Nike dry fit T-shirts, women's and toddler sizes. You can order any uniform for any sport, including the pants or shorts from Brummett Sports Shop. And they always have a clearance rack to save you money. Plaques, trophies, medals, and ribbons, and all the engraving is done in-house. And they offer hard-to-find Letterman jackets of your favorite school for guys, ladies, and now elementary and middle school athletes too. And they offer all the different sports patches as well. Brummett Sports Shop, downtown Elizabeth, and Facebook, Instagram, website, BrummettSportsShop.com, phone 542-2321, Brummett Sports Shop in downtown Elizabethton. On to Travis Constable again with TNS Home Improvements. Tell me what's all about, sir.
Well, we build decks, do porches, roofing, underpinning, under mobile homes, a little bit of remodel work, but with the decks and roofing, we just try to stick on that end of things.
Absolutely. And so they've been at it for how many years now?
We've been at it for a little over 3 years now.
3 years. TNS Home Improvements. They go all over the Tri-Cities. You take quotes. You're licensed and bonded, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
So I make the phone call. Let's step me through real quick. I make the phone call, get a hold of you, so we're going to come out and see what you got going on. Tell me, what do you do? Take it from there. What's next?
I'll schedule a day and time to come out and speak with you and give you an estimate, and you just have to say yay or nay, and then we put you on the schedule.
Social media, how do we find you?
Facebook.
Yep. And the phone number is?
423
Stand by.
946 8432.
They've been at it, folks. Again, started with a drill and a Chevy, what was it, Chevy Blazer?
Chevy Trailblazer.
Trailblazer. Yep. And now they're up to 5 full-time employees and four part-time employees. They're going great guns. They want to help you. Let them come give you a quote on what you need. TNS Home Improvements, sponsor of the Tom Douglas Sports Show and Elizabethton Cyclone Sports. Back with the Tom Douglas Sports Show. Let's go to the ponies there. Bryce Van Husk, good afternoon, sir. How you doing?
Doing good, Tom. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for checking in with us, man. What a weekend. Let's go back to the Alabama game. That kind of really got it going, the mojo. And then, of course, it culminates with what happened Saturday with Senior Day down at the Food City Center in South Carolina. So go back to the Alabama game. Man, what a thrill. Meshack did it, and that's one of those all-time great shots in Tennessee men's history, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. That was a special day here. Obviously, Alabama's a great team, and anytime we play them, we really want to win and, play our best. And, that was a high-level, Final Four type of game that we played against Alabama here. So finding a way to win that, getting down 9 in the second half and fighting our way back and, finding a way to pull that game out is, one of those things you're going to have to do as we get into the tournament here in March. And then Shaq just came down and, hit a huge shot. And, I wouldn't ever want anyone else to hit that shot. And he's such a hard worker and just embodied everything that Tennessee basketball is about. And it was just super special for him to have that moment. And it was just a great day. And then, like you said, South Carolina, another good win. South Carolina's only won a game in the league, but they're a really good team. Gave us all we could handle really there to the last little bit. Hit some free throws to close it out. But yeah, I mean it was a great game, and we're getting ready for the SEC tournament now. So
absolutely, of course, Saturday they honored Bob Kessling and Burt Bertelkamp, who were stepping away from the broadcast mic after, I guess, 26 years of bringing us Tennessee thrills over the microphone as the voice of the Vols, replacing the late John Ward. So that was a special touch, too, no question. So great day. South Carolina, again, going back to Columbia with a loss. The Volunteers now awaiting the winner of the Texas Vanderbilt, who will then play Texas A&M, will then play Tennessee coming up on Wednesday, the opening round for the Tennessee Vols, the quarterfinals of the men's tournament at the Bridgestone Arena in Nashville. Man, this thing is power-packed. There's going to be some upsets and some broken hearts along the way. And particularly on Wednesday, these first 4 games, somebody's going to get their heart broke because it's going to be a very competitive opening day, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I mean, all the way through Wednesday through Sunday, it's going to be some high level basketball. I mean, the teams that you see playing on Wednesday, you'll look at that bracket and, how are these teams, going to be playing on Wednesday when, they've beaten teams that are playing on Friday, and it's just a crazy league. And yeah, it's going to be very competitive. Every game is going to be, just absolute war. And, anyone could win this tournament. I really mean that. Any team in the league could go down here and cut down the nets on Sunday afternoon. So it's going to take a lot of focus. And, like I said, every team is really good. And, Auburn won the league. That's who that's who we would potentially play in the second round. Then you got the bottom of Florida and Alabama. There's potentially 4 teams, fighting for a 1 seed that are playing, 1 through 4. Auburn will more than likely be a 1 seed in Florida, but you got us in Alabama fighting for that, one of those other 1 seed spots. There's a lot at stake here. This is more than just, cutting down a net for an SEC tournament. This is placement for the NCAA tournament as well, which is, going to be huge for every team involved. So yeah, it's just going to be a great week and weekend of basketball. And I think I said the last time I was on here, anyone who has a chance to go down and watch, I would recommend nothing more than going down and trying to find a way to watch this weekend of basketball, because you're never going to see this many good teams playing all together at the conference tournament, maybe ever again.
I would agree wholeheartedly. So you look at Wednesday's games, that first game, the 16th seed South Carolina, the 9th seed Arkansas. John Calipari and Arkansas could very easily, of course they are the favorite, they're the 9th seed, they could very easily beat that team, should, I guess, based on the seeding, but South Carolina's got upset on the mind too, so that's going to be a great opening game to start the tournament.
Yeah, it is. Like I said, we played South Carolina in here this past Saturday. They're a really good team. Obviously, Arkansas, they have a really talented roster. They really haven't had it click, all together at the right time yet. But, that's what tournament time's for. There's no doubt in my mind that, Coach Calipari could get him and his players, rolling, and then they could make a March run. It's just, you never know what's going to happen in tournament time. You just got to, kind of just start playing right at the right time, and they haven't really clicked. And, I would keep them as a team on anyone's radar to watch out for, because, like I said, they have a really talented roster and a lot of, future NBA players on that team, and you never know when all that could start clicking, and that could be a team that no one wants to see, coming up this week and into the tournament as well.
That second game, the 12th seed Vanderbilt, 13th seed Texas, that too's going to be a battle. All these are going to be a battle, but the Commodores and Texas, if you had to pick one, who would you like in that game?
We played, Vanderbilt twice. We played Texas once. We were at Texas. Texas has, Trey Johnson is one of the best players in the country. He's a freshman shooting guard. He could explode any night, and he could lead Texas as far as he really wants to. He is an electric player, but Vanderbilt has been really, really good. Mark Byington is a very good coach. Just out of respect for both teams, I won't make a specific pick, but that game could be really good. Like I said, Mark Byington is a really good coach, and they play a really good style of basketball. And also on the other side, like I said, Texas is really good too and could win just as many games in the tournament as Vandy could and anyone else. So yeah, that should be a really competitive game.
Game 3, 10th seed of Mississippi State, 15th seed at LSU. You saw those teams. What's your take on those two teams?
LSU is another one of those teams that just hasn't really all clicked together at the same time. We went up there a few weeks back and ended up getting out with a 5-6 point win. So they're a really good team, just like everyone else. And Mississippi State plays a really tough brand of basketball. They eliminated us in the first round of the SEC tournament last year. So they know what it takes to win in those neutral site games there at the SEC tournament. So that should be a really good game. Also, I really like Chris Jans and the style that Mississippi State plays, as well as Coach McMahon and what LSU does too. So just down the list, all these games have potential to be really, really good.
That last game on Wednesday, you have the new team in the league, one of the two new teams, Texas and Oklahoma. The 14th seed will take on the 11th seed, the Georgia Bulldogs. What's your take on those two teams?
I really like both of those teams a lot. Coach White's done a really good job at Georgia. They've had some, huge wins this year. Knocked off Florida a couple weeks ago. Going into the season, Georgia was kind of one of those teams that I thought, everyone should be keeping an eye on in the league. As competitive as it is, they have a really good roster, some really talented players, talented young players. So that could be a really good game too in Oklahoma. Coach Porter Moser, he does a great job. They have Jeremiah Fears is another freshman that's a really good player that could heat up any night and could take over a game. So that's the biggest thing I see just in the whole tournament, top to bottom. Every team is capable of winning the whole thing, and they all have players that at any time could take over games and could, quite frankly, just start making plays that the other team can't do anything about, but just tip their cap. So just a lot of talented players, a lot of great coaches. It's going to be just a really, really fun week.
Absolutely. So coming up next, by the way, we're going to take a look at the boys sectionals tonight going across the state of Tennessee in all four classes. Of course, locally, you have Science Hill at home tonight against Maryville, and so that's the local team of sorts. Greenville also at home tonight, taking on Knox Carter down in 3A. And we'll run down to where everybody's playing tonight. Girls state tournament pairings already been set, the brackets. We'll run down through those again. Got a couple of local teams, North Greene and Cobb County, going to the big show this year from Northeast Tennessee. So you look at this team senior day. You've been around these guys. What's your take on the seniors that got honored on Saturday for the final game for the Vols at home? The seniors you get a chance to be around. What's your take on these guys?
Man, it was a great, great group of seniors. I'll start at the top. I mean, Shaq and Zakai have been two of the most winningest players in program history. They got here kind of and started their own era. Like there was kind of that, Grant and Admiral era of Tennessee basketball, and then they kind of came in, and now, these past 4 years are going to be known as, the Zakai and Jemai Mashak era. They've just done everything that you could ask for from a program perspective. I've been with them the past 3 seasons. Obviously, I wasn't here their freshman year. It just over the past 3 years, just seeing how much they've both grown has been awesome. And Zakai is the most accomplished point guard in school history. Jemai Mashak is maybe the best, defensive player in school history. Should be the defensive player of the year in the country this year. Should be no doubt about that. I mean, his defense is some of the craziest stuff you can ever see. I mean, if you ever get a chance to go watch Jemai Mashak play defense with your own eyes, I would highly advise it. It is just something special to watch the way that he plays defense and the effort that he gives. Like every single step is intentional. Everything he does is intentional on defense. And just honestly, with the way Shaq has improved his offensive game too, I mean, he's become a really good, shooter for us, especially out of the corners. Coaches really told him that's what he wants to see from him, is being a knockdown shooter, and he stepped up and made some huge shots for us, over the course of this season. And then just going down to other seniors, I mean, D Stone has come in and made huge impact for us in a lot of games this year, and Jordan is, one of the best 6 men in program history. I mean, coming off the bench, he's given us a spark and won us a lot of games just by his, being able to come in and give us a spark, whether it's offensively or just being able to handle the ball in certain situations. Igor has come in and been huge for us. He's been, one of the best 4 men in the country. It really helped us a lot spreading the floor and on defense as well. And then Grant, one of our walk-ons, he's a good friend of mine. He was a roommate, my roommate last year, and he's a great, great Christian guy. Really lives out his faith. I could not say anything bad about Grant. He really embodies what it means to be a Tennessee Vol, and he's really, gotten to create a good relationship with our fans too. I mean, they were chanting at the end of the game to get him in the other night, so that was awesome. Yeah, it's just been great. And then obviously I can't forget Chaz too. Chaz has made a huge impact in his only year here. He's been I mean, phenomenal for us. I mean, he should be a All-American, whether it be first, second, or third team, whatever. He should be an All-American this year. And I mean, he's been electric for us. He's going to have a great career in the NBA after this. And yeah, I mean, I just can't say enough good things about this group of seniors, but just most importantly, Shaq and Z for just like the DNA and just what they brought to the program. It's not going to be replaceable. So.
We're talking to Bryce Van Us. Got him for a few more minutes. He's with us live from Knoxville. So Tennessee will play the winner of Texas. Vanderbilt will play the winner, or Texas A&M will play that winner. So Texas, Vanderbilt, Texas A&M, one of those three teams will be your opening round opponent on Wednesday in Nashville. Any preference? Does it make any difference? Line them up and go? Is there any one of those three teams you'd like to see in that first game?
I mean, like I've been saying, I mean, all these teams are dangerous, and anyone can beat anyone. Truly mean that. Any team can beat any team in this tournament. I mean, really, no preference, to be honest. It's just, we just got to prepare for, obviously we'll prepare for all three, and whenever we know who we're playing, we'll lock in on that opponent. But, I mean, there's no looking ahead or, prioritizing one over the other. I mean, any of these teams could win multiple games in the tournament. I mean, Texas, Vandy, either of those teams, we could be playing either of those teams in that first round game. A&M is a great team too. A reason that, that they're playing, they've got one round an extra bye instead of those two other teams. But, we went down to Texas A&M, got a huge win, but they're a great team. And just, top to bottom, and I've said a lot, but this league is just brutal, and any team can beat any team on any given night. So just got to take each game as it comes and just be prepared to play, anyone, any night.
And as you said at the outset of the visit here, that this is more than just the SEC trying to win it. Of course you are, but March Madness right around the corner, and so you're not only trying to play with the SEC, but you're trying to make a statement and get a good placement for the upcoming tournament. Are you not?
That's correct. We're really would love to have a 1 seed. The first 1 seed in program history. We're kind of right on that 1-2 line right now. Probably more of a 2 with the current way everything's sitting. But we could go down here and get some huge wins at a neutral site, which the committee does value a lot, being able to win at a neutral site, kind of create your own energy and find ways to win, away from home, and that's a big part of it. So, yeah, we're, like I said, every team here is playing for more than just an SEC tournament championship. They're playing for, their life in the NCAA tournament, and it's, I think you're going to see that desperation on the court, too. I mean, I know there's kind of a consensus that this tournament doesn't matter, for certain teams that are in the tournament already, and it's just kind of like a waste. But I think once you start watching these games, you're going to see that desperation from every team and just realizing how there is still a lot to play for, whether you're in the tournament or not. You have a lot that you can prove and could even improve your seeding. So I think that's kind of the mindset that a lot of teams are going into the tournament with.
Every shot, every dribble, every possession, everything's going to be pressure-packed starting again Wednesday, those 4 games of the SEC tournament, and going to wrap up on Sunday with the championship, all that being played at the Bridgestone Arena in Nashville. Tennessee's first games, we said, will be on Friday right around 2:30 thereabouts, and the teams we said will be to be determined either Texas, Vanderbilt, or Texas A&M. Bryce, great report, my friend. Thank you for checking in with us. You make us proud back here in Tri-Cities, Tennessee, what you're doing down there on the Tennessee men's basketball team, being part of the staff and the program. So thanks for checking in with us, and go Vols, all right?
I appreciate it, Tom. Talk to you soon. Go Vols.
You got it. Good job, as always. Excellent job by Bryce Van Us. Appreciate him very much being with us here on the show. Wow. He is he's fun to interview. He's a good interview. Comes from good stock, good peeps, and so we appreciate him very much and being with us here on the show. Again, Bryce Van Us, part of the men's basketball team, one of the managers, plays a big part. He's right there, arm in arm, elbow to elbow with Rick Barnes and the entire staff. Rooms these guys. You heard who he's roomed with last year, Grant. So he's right there, boom, in the middle of it. You can't get any closer to the program than talking to Rick Barnes himself. So, again, thanks to Bryce Van Us checking in with us here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We are live here in studio today. We hope to be back out on the road in the not-too-distant future. We get healed up and ready to go. Smokehouse Barbecue Sandwich, ready to bring it to you starting a week from today at Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth, and bringing it back. The Smokehouse Barbecue Sandwich. 3 ways you can get it: original, spicy, or grilled with crispy bacon, Colby Jack cheese, of course, barbecue sauce, green leaf lettuce, all in a toasted bun. be coming out next Monday. And then also, as we said, they'll have the pineapple dragon fruit. 4 different ways to get that, the springtime drink. That'll be the forerunner to the peach milkshakes coming up later on in the summer. I love it. We're talking summer and warm weather. Yes, I love it. Pineapple dragon fruit, frosted lemonade, regular lemonade, iced tea, or Sunjoy. Pineapple dragon fruit, that's the new drink. 4 options for you to use and to enjoy. Coming up next Monday as well at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton and all Chick-fil-A. So we're talking about Tommy and Mary's store right here, and we appreciate them very much. And so that'll be the new sandwich coming back by, as we said, popularity. You wanted it. You've told them you wanted it to come back, and Chick-fil-A heard you, and they're bringing it back. The Smokehouse Barbecue Sandwich coming back out next Monday, along with the brand spanking new Pineapple Dragon Fruit. Love it. Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back after this, we'll take a look at some NASCAR and some high school basketball coming up. We're here live in studio, show number 2246, 2,246 show. We'll work our way through this Monday, March the 10th, here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We're talking to Mystic Council, one of our great sponsors, the Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Why Duck Crossing? Why should we come here and shop?
Well, we have 3 floors of merchandise with over 50 different vendors, a good wide variety of items. 70%, I would say, is vintage, which is over 25 years or more. We do have, of course, a lot of antiques, which are over 100 years. Clean, organized, right smack dab in the middle of downtown Elizabethton. We have 2 other stores right beside of us, so it's a great afternoon. You know, you can hit all 3 of we're all 3 good quality antique stores.
Hours are open?
We're open from 11 to 5:30 on Monday through Friday and 10 to 6 on Saturdays.
Social media, how do we find you?
We're on Facebook at Duck Crossing Elizabethton and Instagram at Duck Crossing Antiques.
And the phone number to call and find out more.
423-518-1858.
There you go. One of our great sponsors of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Be loyal, buy local, buy it in Betsy, buy it in downtown Elizabethton at Duck Crossing. One of our great sponsors here of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports.
Hey, it's your girl Mayani. A little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A Cobb salad is the chicken. Literally, the nuggets, they smack. When you put those nuggets in the salad, it just brings the salad to life. I'll give it a 10 out of 10.
Hi, I'm Jasmine. And a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A market salad is that the chicken is super juicy and the apples can be a little tangy, also a little sweet as well. So there's just a ton of different flavors. It's just so good.
And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Have you been by our title sponsor? Been by there yet to test drive? Oh, yes. 0 money down. Zero money down. How about that? On a new Ford Escape or the popular Ford Mustang Mach-E at Ford of Elizabethton, our title sponsor of the show. Yeah. Right now, for a limited time, not much longer, 0 money down on a new Ford Escape or the popular Mustang Mach-E. And while you're there, if you get a chance, test drive the Ford Ranger, named the 2025 North American Truck of the Year. How about that? All at Ford of Elizabethton. Also, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. On their side of the fence, and that side of the lot, if you will, 0% APR on new models like the Dodge Ram 1500. 0% APR. Or the Jeep Wagoneer or the Grand Cherokee. 0% APR on those right now. Then on the Jeep Gladiators, 15% off MSRP on the Jeep Gladiators. No surprises, just real prices. That's the slogan. Happening now at Ford and Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Elizabethton. These are for a limited time, by the way. No surprises, just real prices. I like that. Christopher Bell. Not one, not two, but three in a row now. Pretty impressive with this young man. Again, prevailed in a dramatic side-by-side finish to beat his teammate Denny Hamlin from Joe Gibbs Racing. Second closest finish in Phoenix Raceway history. Got Bell his third straight victory. A record in the sport's next-gen car era. Nobody's done is what he's done. Won 3 straight. The number 20 JGR Toyota went alongside Hamlin's number 11 Toyota and beat him to the finish line. Hamlin's runner-up. Disappointing, but still the best of the year so far for Denny Hamlin. Toyota earning the team's first 1-2 finish of 2025. Hendrick Motorsports' Kyle Larson finished third. Wood Brothers Racing, Josh Berry, and Roush Fenway Kalowski Racing's Chris Buescher rounded out the top 5 in the event at Phoenix yesterday. Then you had William Byron and Alex Bowman going 6th and 7th. Kyle Busch 8th, Zane Smith 9th, and Chase Elliott rounding out the top 10. They all now go to Las Vegas, the mile-and-a-half track there. Hoping to match Bell is a milestone set by NASCAR Hall of Famer Bill Elliott, the only driver to win 4 of a season's first 5 races, doing so back in 1992. So, Wild Bill from Dawsonville is the man he's trying to chase. Can Christopher Bell win that 4th race? Absolutely. Who'd have thunk he'd won 3? He won 3 straight. What's crazy, the points standings, he's won 3 races, but he's not leading the points. He trails by 13 points William Byron, who's your points leader right now. Here's your top 16. If you stop today to be in the playoffs. Of course, these guys are guaranteed. William Byron and Christopher Bell win, you're in. Those guys are in. Then Tyler Reddick, Ryan Blaney, Chase Elliott, Alex Bowman, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch, Joey Logano, Chris Buescher, Kyle Larson, Bubba Wallace, John Hunter Nemechek, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Michael McDowell, and Ross Chastain would be in the big show if it would stop today. Of course, it doesn't. There's a lot of racing left all the way to the end of the year. Needless to say, they're going to be in Bristol next month, by the way. So, who had a bad day at the office? Your top 5, we told you top 10 from yesterday at the top of the leaderboard. Who had a bad day? You had all kinds of folks, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 caught up in an accident. Bubba Wallace had a bad day, finishing 29th. Brad Keselowski, 33rd. Chase Briscoe, 35th. Carson Hocevar, 36th. So 10 cautions for 73 laps. You had 6 different drivers lead the race. William Byron, Joey Logano, Austin Cindric, of course, Christopher Bell, Ryan Preece, Denny Hamlin. Those are the guys, the 6 different drivers that led the race, won again by Christopher Bell, trying to make history. That for him will be his 2nd at Phoenix, his 3rd straight of the year, and his 12th overall. So this young man continues to click them off. Pretty impressive run by Christopher Bell. And next stop be, as we said, in Las Vegas this weekend. College football, more of a trend happening here. In college football, you see that another former player has been hired to be a head coach, Eddie George, who played for the Buckeyes and for the Titans, has hired Tennessee State Eddie George. Who's hired him? Bowling Green. Says, we want Eddie George to be our head coach. Their head coach left to go back to play, or I should say to go back to coach the quarterbacks with the Philadelphia Eagles, Scott Loeffler. So he was 27-41 in 6 seasons at Bowling Green, led the program to 3 straight bowl appearances, 2022, 2023, 2024. Eddie George has finished his 4th season at Tennessee State, leading them to a career-best 9-4 record, capped by a Big South Ohio Valley Conference co-championship and an appearance in the FCS playoffs. Tennessee State's upped its win total each year since 2022 under Eddie George. Now he's going to be the new coach and is the new head coach at Bowling Green. So good luck to Eddie George. He had a losing record the first 2 years of the program, but 15 out of George's 24 victories have come in the last 2 seasons. So he's getting it turned around just in time to take off and be the new coach at Bowling Green University. So Eddie George, another player who's taken over the reins of a college football program, see if he can turn things around. Tom Taylor Sports Show. We'll take a break. We'll come right back, and we'll jump in and take a look at high school basketball. And we got some more. We got this auctions, got a couple of auctions going on with David Collins. We'll tell you all about that. And we got more for you coming up right after this break. We're live here in studio today on show number 2246 on this 10th day of March, the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We'll be right back after this from one of our great sponsors. We've not heard from these people for a while. How about Double C Western Supply? The Cowboy Store and more in Elizabethton on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. And again, with Double C Western Supply, a lot of Western stores out there. What do you feel like separates Double C from all the other competition?
I feel like there's a lot of things that separate us. Our customer service, I feel like we help our customers very well. I feel like we're very friendly, and at least we try to be. We strive to be a friendly, family-based business. I also feel like our prices are very good. I feel like we try to keep our prices and our merchandise to a point that the whole family can shop here. And I mean, some things do have to be a little more expensive just because of the nature, but I feel like we try to keep our prices down low enough. And just we're always just striving to get the next newest merchandise, the best merchandise that we can for them, and just we just try our best to do the best we can all the time. So I feel like, mainly that our customer service and our prices kind of differentiate us.
There you go.
Yeah.
Double C Western Supply on Railroad Street in Elizabethton. Again, social media, they're there, and also the website, doublecwestern.com. So, proud sponsor of the show, Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. Miss Diane and the great folks at Double C Western Supply in Elizabethton. Be loyal, buy local, buy it in Betsy. Amazon doesn't sponsor your ball teams, but Double C Western Supply does.
At Carter County Bank, it's our job to help you focus on the happy moments and check off the things on your to-do list to make them happen. We're here along the way so you can pull off the happiest moments in life. Carter County Bank, in the business of happiness.
And back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show again on this Monday. Thanks for being with us. So we bring you some Milligan news, I should say, from the land of the Buffaloes. Again, the ladies have qualified. They'll be going as the number 11 seed into the Naismith Quadrant, heading to Indianapolis, where they will play number 6 seeded Oregon Tech, the Hustling Owls. That'll be coming up on it'll be Friday afternoon, as a matter of fact, in Indianapolis. So the other side of the bracket is St. Xavier University and Marian University, Marian. Those are the 4 teams in that quadrant in Indianapolis, as we said. The guys, we talked about it with Coach Robinson earlier in the show. They're going to Williamsburg, Kentucky as the 13th seed, taking on the number 4 seed University of the Cumberland Patriots at 1 o'clock. Other side will be number 5 seeded University of Mobile Rams and the Indiana University Northwest Redhawks. All 4 teams play 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock on Friday. Again, the winning teams will move on to the Municipal Auditorium in Kansas City for the national tournament. So Milligan's ladies and men are both playing. We told you about the indoor track and field championship a week or so ago. Now the swim teams, they are coming back from the NAA National Championship. In fact, they are back from Elkhart, Indiana, where they were. They posted a relay national championship, 5 national runner-ups, and 16 program records. Wow, that's awesome. For the Milligan swim team, had a banner year for Milligan swimmers, and the bowling team got their bids. They're going off to the national tournament, so the bowling team's going good. Flag football had a big weekend, so it's good to be a Buff, and so it's awesome to be a Buff, as a matter of fact, right now. So good things happening at Milligan University. And next up again, of course, baseball and softball are playing this week. We'll run those down for you tomorrow on the show, where they are this week. Wes Hawley picked up his 1,000th victory as a coach. One of the winningest coaches actively in all of America, Wes Hawley, the softball coach at Milligan University. So the Orange and Black are cooking with propane right now, doing a lot of good things here, the winter and spring sports here in the spring of 2025. Food City, oh yes, they got the BOGOs going on right now through tomorrow night. New sale paper comes out on Wednesday. At Food City right now, Kern sandwich bread, buy one, get one free. Mazzetti pasta sauce, or Hanover soups, buy one, get one free through tomorrow night. Thomas English muffins, buy one, get one free. Tillamook shredded cheese, buy one, get one free. Food Club chunk cheese, or Tillamook soft cream cheese, sliced or shredded, buy one, get one free through tomorrow night. Craven flavor pizzas, buy one, get one free, limit 4 through tomorrow night. Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce is getting ready to hit grill season, cooking out season. Some folks do it year round, but for sure now, going to be in the 70s this week, getting ready to grill out. Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, 14, 18-ounce bottle, buy one, get one free. Texas Toast croutons, buy one, get one free. Ken's salad dressing, buy one, get one free at all Food Cities through tomorrow night. Mayfield ice cream, yeah, Tennessee made in Athens, Tennessee. 14-ounce tub, buy one, get one free tomorrow night. And Food City Coffee or Sylvania light bulbs or Food City Coffee, limit 4, buy one, get one free at all Food Cities through tomorrow night. One of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, show number 2,246, as a matter of fact. So that's good. We checked earlier. I told you the Big 12 tournament. I thought it was in Indianapolis. In Vegas. I'm wrong. It's in Kansas City. Double-checked on that for you during the break. So I know you were worried about that. The Big 12 tournament will be played in Kansas City. Big 10's in Indianapolis. The Big East at Madison Square Garden. We'll run through those here in a minute. We're going down to all the big tournaments. Of course, we talked about the SEC with Bryce. Is going to be at the Bridgestone Arena in Nashville. And the ACC will be in Charlotte. So that's where the big boys will be playing this weekend for the big tournaments, trying to decide. Of course, a week from today, we'll know. Get ready for March Madness. As I've said, and I think anybody that's followed college basketball would concur, it is anybody's tournament this year. Anybody's. I think anybody can get hot. There's some obvious teams way down in the seeding that may not get very far. But I would think there's probably, out of the top 25, which will come out again later this afternoon, I would venture to say, realistically speaking, there's probably, for me, 10 or 12 teams that can get hot and win this whole thing. Easily. The talent is that spread out this year for men's basketball. Auburn has stumbled to coming into the tournament. Duke, slow start over the Saturday. Listen to that one against the Tar Heels. They won it going away again against their arch rival, the North Carolina Tar Heels. They're playing very good basketball right now. So is Houston, Tennessee. If they can get hot, get the right pieces and parts, get going, they can make a serious run. So there's a lot of teams out there, and I'm leaving a bunch of them off. Alabama, certainly Florida. You got to look at those two teams. These guys can play. Let's see. Florida, Alabama, Tennessee, Auburn. Look at the Big East. Let's see who's in the Big East right now. You would look at it and say, you can't count out St. John's. They're playing excellent basketball right now. So there's one you could see can make a long, deep run into the tournament, as Archie Bunker would say. Let's see. The Big 12 being played, as we said, in Kansas City. You look at, Houston, Texas Tech, Arizona playing some pretty good basketball right now. So in the Big 10, you would look at Michigan State. Did you see yesterday's game? Michigan did it again. They did it against Ohio State in football. Yesterday, they stopped at the end of the last home game, the seniors had to go out and kiss the Sparty logo on the floor at center court at Michigan State's arena. Well, they had a little dust-up yesterday. This is Michigan. Remember what they did at Ohio State. Had a big brouhaha. Well, it didn't get to that point. Officials stepped in and cooled everything off, but they did not let him kiss the logo on the floor. Had a little talking, a little shoving going on before that happened. So they waited and did it anyway. They got Michigan off the floor, and they went ahead and did it. Let these guys, the seniors, kiss the floor as their last home game for the seniors for Michigan State's team. They're going to be tough to beat. Maryland, pretty strong basketball team right now. Let's see, I'm looking else in the Big 10. Your top 4 seeds going into the tournament. Michigan State's number 1. Maryland's number 2. Michigan is number 3. And UCLA is number 4. So that's, there again, there's some teams that coming out of that particular conference can be tough to handle too. And as we said, the ACC, let's take a look there. ACC, the number 1 seed is Duke, obviously. Number 2 is Louisville, playing some incredibly good basketball. They've really improved I saw a stat the other day, they've won more this year than they did over the last 3 years. So they've really come on strong. Louisville, the number 2 seed, Clemson, number 3 seed, and Wake Forest, the number 4 seed for the guys in the ACC tournament. It starts tomorrow. Notre Dame, Pitt, Virginia Tech, California, Florida State, Syracuse are your 4 or 3 games tomorrow, playing games in the first round of the ACC tournament in Charlotte. So, and then of course we talked about the Big Ten or the SEC being played in Nashville. You've got 4 games on Wednesday: South Carolina, Arkansas, Texas, Vanderbilt, LSU, Mississippi State, Oklahoma, Georgia. Those are 4 great games, opening games. And again, as I said all week, last week, and we'll say it again this week, to get a ticket to those games, you're going to see some excellent, excellent basketball, no question. A couple more things I'm going to tell you about Milligan. One more thing anyway. Their cheer team, Milligan's cheer team, competed in the Southern States Athletic Conference Championships down in Decatur, Alabama. Placed 9th in the country. And the Rookie of the Year, Briley Pennington, one of the cheerleaders from Milligan, was named the Rookie of the Year in the conference. Also, they announced the Barnes & Noble All-Academic Team, which featured from the Milligan cheerleading squad, which is very impressive. Probably more impressive than winning the awards is what you do in the classroom. Morgan Dyer, Kaylee Ford, and Emma Harrison from Milligan. And also Kaylee Ford, was named the team's champion of character. So congratulations to Briley Pennington, Morgan Dyer, Emma Harrison, and Kaylee Ford from the Milligan cheerleading squad. That's awesome. Did very well. Finished 9th in the country in their cheerleading competition. Top 10's good. Placed 9th in the competition over the weekend in Decatur, Alabama. Have you been online to check out this auction right now? Closes on the 18th. Got another week to take a look at it, but it's an elite sports card and sports memorabilia online auction event. Featured highlights include a Paul Skeens 35th anniversary Chrome Auto Card, PSA graded. LeBron James multi-card lot. A Notre Dame jersey signed by Rudy from the movie Rudy with Support Our Troops inscription. An autographed jersey by Dan Marino, an autographed jersey by Ronald Acuna Jr. Pretty cool stuff. You need to go to the website at collinsandcompany.info and check it out. It's good through next Tuesday. Online auction event, elite sports card and sports memorabilia. Over 400 lots in this auction. Over 400 to take a look at, and go to collinsandcompany.info. There it is. But the key to it is go to collinsandcompany.info. That's where you want to go to make it happen. One started this morning at 8 o'clock. This is a Sportsman online auction. Same place, collinsandcompany.info. Wow, they got all kinds of stuff in here. Reading some of this, you've got 12-gauge shotgun shells, vintage Western Expert and Super X shotgun shells, Dale Earnhardt Jr. Remington high-speed commemorative ammo. All the bids started $1. Started this morning. Again, a Sportsman online auction goes until next Wednesday, the 19th. I mean, there's wooden ammunition boxes. There's guns, new in-box ammunition. Lots of, as we said, antique and collectible guns. Got 38s, got a 22 long, 22 LR, 223, 12 gauges, 20 gauges. There it is. It's going on right now. Started this morning at 8 o'clock and goes until next Wednesday, the 19th at 6 o'clock. Everything starts at $1 a bid. Wow. There it is, a Sportsman online auction. Thanks to David Collins, collinsandcompany.info. That's where you want to go check this out. Check it out and bid. They ship all over the country. They ship all over the world, as a matter of fact. And so, collinsandcompany.info. Tom Taylor Sports Show. Quick break. We'll run back down again. What's going on in high school basketball tonight? You're down to the sectionals for the guys. The girls' state tournament has already been announced. We'll run those for you, the bracketing. We'll run back through those again coming up here right after the break. And we'll run down the boys' sectional tonight. Who plays where in the sectional? You win those tonight. You move on to the state tournament week after next. If you lose tonight, of course, your season is over. So that's what's going on today. Big basketball games. A lot of pressure. Every dribble, every shot, everything's going to be magnified because it's somebody's season riding on the line. So We'll take a look at that. Who's playing where tonight right after this from Chick-fil-A. From Chick-fil-A and Elizabeth and our sponsor of today's show here in studio, show number 2246, 2,246 show in studio, the Tom Taylor Sports Show on this Monday, March 10th.
So I stopped in at Chick-fil-A for lunch and saw Officer Wilson come in. I decided to place a dine-in mobile order and have a cookie delivered to him just to show appreciation for his service for our community.
A few minutes later, I noticed that Officer Wilson had gotten up and left, and I knew he hadn't gotten his cookie yet.
And I'm headed to my car. I turn around and I see Allie, and she's running after me.
Mr. Police Officer, Mr. Police Officer.
Usually when someone yells, officer, officer, they want to ask me about a ticket they got. I absolutely wanted the cookie. This cookie is delicious.
This is Pastor Mark Fowler, and we want to invite you to be with us at Pleasant Beach Baptist Church sometime soon. And we're thankful for what God is doing, and we've had visitors almost every week. We have so many people that God is using His Word to accomplish a work in their life. And we want you to come. Now, I think about our society today, and there's a lot of talk about the negative aspects and generations and what's missing and what we're going to do and how do we face this social issue and how do we face that social issue, and that is always the buzz, and if we're not careful, we talk like God doesn't have an answer. 2 Timothy chapter 3 we looked at the other night together in our church, and it reminds us that yes, in the last days there's going to be some difficult things come, dangerous times, but the antidote is always God's Word. And so what we're trying to do is to provide Bible answers for today's tough questions. And we're building Believers by the Book. So we want your family to come. We're thankful to have a Sunday school hour and a junior church and master clubs and a youth group and all those things going on. But what we're trying to accomplish is to get the Word of God into the hearts and minds of God's people.
We're back. We're ready to go. Andrew Lewis, Northeast Community Credit Union. Readers are winners. Year number 2. We're jacked up to do it again this year.
We're so excited.
Yep, we are excited. And so it's a chance for these kids at Eastside Elementary, Westside Elementary, and Harold McCormick Elementary win some cool prizes for reading. What's going on?
The first 9 weeks, we're going to be giving out those cool water bottles. Second 9 weeks, T-shirts.
T-shirts with a new design.
Absolutely. New color, all that fun stuff. The third 9 weeks, we're going to have a sweet new sticker. We'll get more into that later. Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Whole point is readers are winners year number 2 at the 3 elementary schools in Elizabeth and City Schools. Thanks to Northeast Community Credit Union. They're paying for all this through their corporate sponsor, and we love them for doing that. The bottom line is leaders are readers, readers are winners. Year number 2, getting ready to get started up soon, like right now, right away, for all these youngsters, again, at Harold McCormick, Westside and Eastside Elementary. Big thanks to the Northeast Community Credit Union for partnering with us to do Readers Are Winners in Elizabeth and City Schools. And Bob and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us to run down the sectionals tonight, who plays where. And these guys win, they move on. You lose, your season's over. In Single A, North Green, the Huskies at 29-4, hosting Oliver Springs at 20-13. Good luck, Huskies, tonight. Harriman will be hosting Cosby. Chattanooga Prep, the defending state champ in Single A, hosting Clay County tonight. Pickett County home to Van Buren in Single A sectional play. Santa Fe hosting McCune across the state. Wayne County home to Richland. MASE will travel to Humboldt, and Middleton will be at Hillcrest tonight for the Single A boys sectional. Again, the winners move on. The losers will be, as we said, eliminated. So every dribble, every shot, every play, every foul, everything's going to be magnified. Both benches will be jazzed up. Both fan bases will be jazzed up. So it's a big deal, and so we'll see how that goes. We'll let you know tomorrow how things happen and who wins, who moves on to the state tournament week after next in Murfreesboro. In 2A tonight, the defending state champ Alcoa home to Kingston. You have Austin East, the Roadrunners, traveling to Tyner. East Nashville traveling to Jackson County. The LEAD Academy at 23-11 hosting Liberty Creek tonight in 2A. Loretto home to Harpeth. You have the battle of 2 state tournament teams a year ago. One's going to go home tonight. Hickman County hosting Cannon County. You have Fairleigh and Gibson County and Memphis Business. And let's see, Memphis Business will play JCM. And Memphis Business will play Fairleigh. Fairleigh will play JCM, and Memphis Business will play Peabody tonight in 3A basketball. And then in 4A, it's in 2A. Then in 3A, let's go to 3A. That'll be involving our local team, the Greenville Green Devils, hosting Knox Carter tonight at Hal Henry Gymnasium. Everything starts at 7 tonight, by the way. The defending state champ Fulton will entertain the Unicoi County Blue Devils. Good luck to Coach Simmons trying to pull off the upset. It's going to be tough on the road, but anything's possible. You don't play it on the paper. You play it on the road. Catch them on having an off night, and you can get in there, sneak in there, and knock them off. So we're pulling for Unicoi County and Greenville. Greenville hosting Knox Carter. Unicoi County traveling to Fulton. Upperman will be a state tournament team a year ago. We'll try and get back again. They'll play at Heritage tonight. Tullahoma will be hosting Lenore City. Also tonight you have Hume Fogg hosting Lexington. Nashville Martin Luther King will be traveling to Jackson Southside tonight in 3A boys. Fayette Ware hosting Kirby, and Munford will be home to Dyersburg tonight. Winners move on again. Losers are eliminated. Then in 4A, you look at that tonight and you see in 4A basketball, our local team, Science Hill, hosting Maryville tonight, a state tournament team from a year ago. The Rebels come to town. Science Hill tip-off at 7 o'clock, again at the Topper Palace. Oak Ridge hosting Sevier County tonight. Bradley Central battling Siegel. Laverne will be home to Walker Valley in 4A. You have the defending state champ Independence hosting Beach. You have Hillsborough home to Centennial. You have Memphis East playing Dixon County and Kirkwood playing Whitehaven in 4A boys basketball coming up tonight in the sectional. Winners move on again. Losers are going home. Now, the girls' state tournament has been set, ready to go. Opening round of the single-leg girls basketball tournament on Wednesday at the Murphy Center at Middle Tennessee State. Van Buren, 26-6, will take on Memphis Middle College, 25-8. Moore County at 24-3 will battle Coalfield at 30-5. Copper Basin at 18-8, hosting Richlands 27-4. Greenville at 27-6, taking on our local entry, the North Green Lady Huskies at 31-4 is their record, and so those teams will square off again Wednesday, the opening round of the single-leg girls state tournament. In 2A, they too play on Wednesday. No local teams involved. McMinn Central will battle Loretto. McMinn Central at 37-1. Loretto at 24-8. Westview at 30-1 will play East Nashville at 25-1. There's 55-2 is the record of those two teams. Going to be a good game, to say the least. Gatlinburg Pittman at 25-11, taking on Summertown at 25-5. And Memphis Business 26-7 to battle York Institute 28-5 in the girls 2A state tournament. All those games we played on Wednesday. Then on Thursday, 3A, Cock County, the Big Red at 29-7, taking on South Gibson at 27-8. Portland at 24-11, hosting Heritage 32-2. Dyersburg girls at 27-4 will take on White County at 31-3. Composite there is 58-7 between those two teams. Some talent there, obviously. And Jackson Southside at 28-2 will battle Northview Academy at 31-4. You put yourself at 59-6 between those two teams. So there's some talent there, too. In 4A basketball, the state tournament on Thursday, Oak Ridge at 30-3. The Lady Wildcats taking on Bartlett at 23-11. Cookeville at 24-7, playing the home team, playing Lincoln County, who's 25-8. Also on Thursday, Bearden, the Lady Bulldogs at 32-5 against Whitehaven, who's 19-8. And it may be the game of the day. Coffee County at 35-0. Bradley Central, the Lady Bears at 32-1. Between the schools, they're 67-1. Wow, it's a composite record between those two coming up on Thursday in the 4A girls basketball state tournament. So that's what's going on in Murfreesboro. We're going to take our final break and come right back and run down National Hockey League and Major League Baseball, who's playing where today. And the NBA will get your Monday schedule, what's going on in all three of those sports, right after this on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, brought to you by our title sponsor, the good folks from Elizabeth and Ford. I'm with Lynn Freeman, the general manager of Elizabeth and Ford, and also Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram. What's going on? What's happening down here, my friend?
Lots and lots of good things. It's game day, folks, but we're here and we're always ready to give a good deal. We got 10% off on both new and select inventory here at Ford and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. We have a huge inventory of both new and pre-owned cars, paying extra dollars for trade-in. but then we're willing to go the extra mile for you. Good luck, Elizabethton. Let's win another championship this year.
There you go. Lynn Freeman, General Manager of Ford of Elizabethton and Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Elizabethton.
As soon as Mr. Steve walks in, it's like a ray of sunshine has entered our restaurant.
Sure is nice to hear.
For his 100th birthday, we wanted to do it as big as possible.
That was someday, I'll tell you.
Customers came in, brought gifts and cards.
When I walked in and they all clapped, that was quite a surprise to me.
It's a really warm feeling in your heart to know that your father's got other people looking out for him.
We decided to give him free Chick-fil-A for life.
One of my main reasons I want to live forever.
I think you got it in you.
And back on the Tom Dillon Sports Show is running down for the NBA tonight. Who's playing where? We'll get through that and the, let's see, Major League Baseball schedule in the National Hockey League. First off, the NBA, Philadelphia plays in Atlanta against the Hawks. Utah and Boston battle the Celtics. You see the injury to LeBron James the other night. Grabbed his chin like got hit in the face. He didn't get hit in the face. Couldn't guard Jason Tatum, went by him, and no, come on now. Anyway, he's out with a groin injury, but he acted like he got hit in the throat. Go back and watch the play. I watched it about 2 or 3 times. Jason Tatum dribbled past him, never came close to hit him in the throat. So, anyway, Celtics hosting Utah tonight. Charlotte will be in Miami. The Lakers will be in Brooklyn without LeBron James. Washington at Toronto. Indiana will be in Chicago to battle the Bulls. Orlando against Houston. Phoenix will be in Memphis. Denver, big game tonight. Denver 41-23 at Oklahoma City, 53-11. That's a good one tonight in Oklahoma. And then Dallas will be taking on the Spurs in San Antonio. Portland at Golden State. And the Knicks will be in Sacramento tonight. So that's what's going on there. One top 25 West Conference tournament. You've got NCAA men's basketball will be Pepperdine and St. Mary's in the West Coast Conference tournament tonight. That's men. For the ladies, Big East Conference tournament, Creighton 26-5 against UConn, the number 1 seed against the number 2 seed. UConn's ladies will take on, who are 30-3, will take on Creighton's Lady Blue Jays, who are 26-5. Major League Baseball, a couple of games delayed by rain right now. Tampa Bay and Atlanta are scoreless, as are the Phillies and Minnesota down in Florida with rain. At 1 o'clock, starting things up, the Yankees will host Detroit, Houston and Toronto, Cubs and Cleveland, Washington and Miami. The other side of the Cleveland split squad will take on Kansas City. White Sox will battle the Athletics. Arizona takes on the Dodgers, Colorado and the Angels today, the Reds in San Diego, Seattle, Milwaukee in spring training, San Francisco, Colorado, Miami and Washington, the Cardinals and the Mets tonight. Also under the lights tonight will be Baltimore and Pittsburgh, and the Miami-Washington game also will be a night game as well. Daylight savings time came in over the weekend, so it's going to be longer. So it'll be lighter longer, and that's awesome. Hope you set your clocks. Hope you're not still doing it because you're going to be way behind the 8 ball. But that's what we did Saturday night into Sunday morning. Check the batteries in your smoke detector and change the batteries there, and also move your clock forward 1 hour. National Hockey League, 4 on the ice tonight. Pretty good one. Edmonton skates at Buffalo. Edmonton 37 wins. Buffalo 24 wins. Detroit and Ottawa. The Red Wings with 30 wins. Ottawa with 32 wins. Chicago skates in Colorado against the Avalanche, and Toronto, the Maple Leafs in Utah. Toronto 38-22. The Utah hockey team with a record right now of 28-25. So that's what's going on in professional sports. That's going to wrap up this show. Big thank you to our guest today, Bill Robinson, Milligan men's coach, and Bryce Van Huss, the manager of the Tennessee men's basketball team, giving us a live update from the Food City Center in Knoxville. So we appreciate both of those guys being on the show. Appreciate you being with us. Like it and share it, and we would bring you back and tell you we'll try it all over again tomorrow on a Tuesday edition of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We will do that. And so it is a good chance to, again, wrap this thing up by giving you the verse of the show. We always do that. Matthew 6:33 says, "But seek, aim at, and strive after, first of all, his kingdom and his righteousness," which is his way of doing things and being right, is what righteousness means, doing the Lord's way. "And then all these things shall be added unto you." Matthew 6:33, "Seek ye first the kingdom of God, aim at and strive for his kingdom and his righteousness, his way of doing and being right, and then all these things shall be added unto you." Good way to end it. Thanks for watching show number 2246 today in studio, brought to you by the good folks at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton, where next Monday, countdown's on. They bring back, by popular demand, ooh, it was popular then, it's going to be popular again, I guarantee it, the Smokehouse Barbecue Sandwich. 3 ways to get it starting next Monday: the original, spicy, or grilled. You get, of course, barbecue sauce, crispy bacon, Colby Jack cheese, green leaf lettuce, and all on the toasted bun. The Smokehouse Barbecue Sandwich back as of next Monday, the 17th, at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. And also the spring drink, it's brand spanking new, the Pineapple Dragon Fruit. You get 4 ways to try it. The Frosted Lemonade with lemonade ice cream dessert blended with natural pineapple and dragon fruit. Sounds really good to me. Also, you can get a pineapple dragon fruit lemonade, iced tea, or Sunjoy. All this next Monday at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. 3 ways to order your food. Come into the lobby, of course. Do it online. Go to the mobile app store and get Chick-fil-A One. Put that on your phone. Order over and over and over and over, and you get, ultimately, with all the points you accrue by ordering that way, you get free Chick-fil-A food that way. Or come to the 2-line drive-thru at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. Open Monday through Saturday from 6 till 9 p. every day for your eating pleasure at Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth. And out of time, we sincerely thank you for yours. Thanks for watching show number 2246 on this 10th day of March, brought to you by Chick-fil-A of Elizabethton. We'll close it by saying, as always, bloom where you're planted, and win or lose, be a good sport. See you back here tomorrow, show number 2247, the Tom Taylor Sports Show, here on this Monday, March